In the hive there is no mercy for the idle. Every wing beat is a heartbeat. Every grain of pollen a breath of life. Here survival is a choir. Thousands of voices humming in perfect rhythm. And if one voice falters, the music breaks. Nature does not plead. It does not reason. It simply removes the note that is out of tune. This is the untold story of the hive's darkest law, how bees punish the lazy. Number 1. The Code of Contribution. In the kingdom of the hive, there is no such thing as a free meal. Every bee is born with a role: to forage, to nurse, to guard, to build. Here, time is measured not in hours, but in wing beats, and every moment matters. A bee who refuses her calling is more than idle. She is a fracture in the hive's perfect rhythm. And in a world where survival is a collective effort, even the smallest fracture can grow into a deadly crack. Number 2. The Watchful Sisters. The hive has no boss, no ruler commanding the workers, only the silent watch of thousands of sisters. Every moment is seen, every return to the hive measured in the weight of pollen carried. If one bee consistently comes back empty, she is remembered, marked, and silently judged. No words are spoken, but her fate begins to seal itself in a still air between the combs. Number 3. Guard bee judgment. At the gates of the hive stands the guards, vigilant, tireless, suspicious. They know the scent of their sisters, the feel of their energy, the smell of their work. A bee who smells of idleness may find the doorway blocked by firm, unwavering bodies. The guards do not argue. They do not explain. They simply deny her entry. The soft hum of their wings, the only answer to her desperate push. Number 4. Foraging records in scent. The world outside marks a bee with perfume of the flowers she's visited. The nectar, the pollen, the wild fragrances cling to her body like proof of her labor. A bee who smells only of stale wax of the hive, who carries no floral testimony, is an unmasked pretender. Her own scent betrays her, a silent confession she cannot wash away. Number 5. The wing-biting warning. When patience runs thin, punishment begins with a stingless cruelty, the bite. sisters will grip the lazy one's delicate wings with their mandibles, shaking her violently. It is a primal, urgent language. You are failing us. Work or leave. The message is not of hate, but of survival, carved into her very flesh. Number 6. Forced removal. Sometimes there is no more warning, no more second chances. A worker bee will grab the idle one by a leg or wing and drag her across the wax floor. The lazy bee struggles, but the pull is relentless. Across the combs, through the entrance, into the blinding sunlight. She is released into the grass outside, the hive shrinking behind her, the door closing forever. Number 7. Denial of food. In the hive, food is shared mouth to mouth in a ritual of trust and unity. But trust is not given to thieves. A bee who refuses to work will find no open mouths, no drops of honey offered. Hunger comes quickly to such a small body, and it is hunger that will finally drive her to work or to death. Number 8. Exile at the entrance. For some, the punishment is a lifetime at the threshold. She may stand at the hive's door, begging with frantic antennae for admittance. But the guards ignore her, their faces turned away, their bodies forming a living wall. The nights grow cold, the wind merciless, and soon the exile is complete. Number 9. Aggressive buzzing confrontations. Bees speak not with words but with vibrations. A lazy bee will sometimes be met with a loud, jarring buzz from her sisters, their bodies trembling against hers in a language older than memory. The message is unmistakable. Move, work, or be gone. It is the sound of the hive's patience breaking. Number 10. Pheromone signals of rejection. The hive runs on invisible scents, pheromones that guide, unite, and decide. A bee who has lost her place in this invisible network finds herself wandering in a fog, cut off from the chemical whispers that tell her what to do. Without these signals, she is a stranger in her own home, drifting without purpose until the hive forgets her entirely. Number 11. Being assigned the most dangerous tasks. Sometimes the lazy are not expelled immediately. Instead, some lazy bees are sent to risky foraging or guard duties. It is not kindness. It is nature's gamble. If she survives, she redeems herself. If she dies, the hive loses nothing. Number 12. Social isolation inside the hive. The hive is a family, and family is warmth, grooming, and care. But a lazy bee may find herself alone on the comb. No sister willing to touch her, to feed her, to share a message with her. The hive does not shout or curse. It simply forgets she exists. And in a world built on unity, being forgotten is a death sentence. Number 13. Brood care removal. Nurse bees tend the larva as tenderly as a mother tends her child. A lazy bee who neglects this sacred duty is chased from the brood chambers with sudden violence. The young are too precious to be left in the care of the unworthy. Her access is stripped, and she is sent away like an unfit guardian, banished from the nursery. Number 14. Unwelcome night return. In the darkness, the hive is sealed tight for warmth and safety. A bee who tries to return late after days of wandering idly may find the gates locked. The guards do not open for her. Her choices are the cold night air or the silent regret of a door that will never open again. Number 15. The ultimate punishment, death by expulsion. When all patience is gone, when the lazy bee becomes a true parasite, the hive delivers its final verdict. Several workers will attack at once, biting, stinging, forcing her from the hive until she can no longer move. It is not malice, it is mercy for the thousands who still fight, forage, and feed. One life is lost so that the rest may live. The hive survives because it has no room for weakness, no patience for those who take but do not give. In its world, every life is measured in service, and every failure is answered without hesitation. We may call it cruel, but to the hive it is not cruelty, it is clarity. It is the law that has kept their kind alive for millions of years. And perhaps somewhere deep inside we know the same law hums quietly in the heart of all life. Give or be forgotten.